What up, what up, what up? We are back. Who am I? Jersey Street Corner, and this is the Prison Talk Show, people. But today I'm taking it easy on y'all. We're going to go a little lighter. We're not going to do prison talk today. Now, some of y'all might remember, I mentioned in the past, I have a lot of friends in the retail industry, specifically the supermarket industry. Because I used to work for Pathmark, so I still have a lot of friends that I communicate with. And I'm telling you, they give me these crazy supermarket stories almost every day. I just choose not to put them out there. Only the ones that hit me the hardest. Pause. So, one of my boys, and I'm not going to mention the name or the supermarket chain that he works for, let's just say he works in the deli. He's a manager. And he goes through a lot to run his department. Why? Because most of the time, these supermarket chains don't even give you everything you need to run your department effectively. Now, there's a new thing. Well, it might not be new, but it's getting popular now. Shopping from home. Online ordering. Just like you can order anything you want on Amazon, now you can order whatever you want from the supermarket and either have it delivered or drive there, wait in a parking spot for somebody to walk it out to your car and even put it in your damn trunk for you. Now, mind you, me personally, I think that's one of the laziest things in the world you could do. I mean, damn, you can't even get out your house, walk out your car and walk through the store and pick your own groceries, get a little exercise in the meantime while you're doing it maybe. Nah. Now, don't get me wrong. This is cool for handicapped people and people that just don't have the means of getting out their house. Meaning people that don't drive, etc., etc. I get it. Not for a 25-year-old woman that just doesn't feel like leaving the house because it's cold. So, anyway, y'all, let's get to the point of this story. Because I know y'all not going to stick around too long. I know that, so let's go. This story is going to be about a guy in the deli who ends up doing something very, very treacherous to a online order customer. Now, I guess I need to start at the top and let y'all know exactly the stress that these orders put the employees through. They normally have anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes to pull these orders. Now, mind you, these orders are getting done with such precision, they get such better treatment than the actual customer that shops the store. It's ridiculous. It's like, okay, if you come in the store and you see a piece of steak on the shelf and the date says it's going out of code tomorrow or the next day, you will make your decision right there if it looks good or not, whether you're going to purchase it or not. And if something happens to be off, you'll just bring it back because you're not a lazy person and you're probably going to go shopping again in another day or two anyway. But now for this online shopping, they get the best service, y'all. It can't be going out of code in the next 3 or 4 days. So what that does, let's call my friend, let's call him Charlie. Yeah, let's call him Charlie because I'm not going to use his real name. What that does to Charlie is it forces shrink. Shrink is when you're throwing stuff out that's not selling because you're over ordering, or it could be different reasons. Now, if I have a whole case of, let's say, bologna. I have a whole case of bologna. It's good for the next, say, 3 days. But now for that online order, that's not good enough. You want to go into my other case of bologna that is good for the next 10 days. And you want to start pulling those out. Now that online order just ordered 3 of those. They took 3 of my good ones right out of there. Guess what that means, y'all? That means that Charlie is going to end up throwing away 3 of those earlier dates. More than likely. Because this is how it works, people. First in, first out. That was always the rule, at least when I was there. Whatever comes in first, goes out first. It's just simple mathematics. When you start bending those mathematics and making your own rules up and saying, oh, these online shoppers get the best treatment. Well, what are you going to do when all your customers realize that and start shopping online? Can y'all sustain? Is that what y'all want? Would y'all rather having employees just walking around the store all day, shopping for other people, but not even opening the doors because nobody shops there anyway? Because everybody's doing online shopping? Maybe that's what these people want. Maybe that's what people ought to give them. Stay home, y'all. Why bother going to the supermarket and being annoyed because they're out of this and they're out of that and you don't like the way this looks and that don't smell good? Guess what, people? I got something to tell you. Order online and you are going to get the best service possible. Yeah, they're going to make sure your strawberries are nice and red. They're not mushy. They're going to make sure your bananas look the way they're supposed to. All your meat going to be fresh. You ain't going to have to worry about it. Mind you, the regular customer who should get that kind of treatment that walks into the store, nah, it's whatever's there, man. It's whatever's there. I'm not going in the back for you. It's whatever's there. You got it. All right. So it starts let's say a snowball effect, y'all, that you can't stop. And it's not gonna take too long, but these stores are gonna start realizing when stuff hits the fan that maybe we made a mistake, because now we're actually causing ourselves more shrink, more labor issues. Now, you can't tell somebody they have 20 minutes to find this item for you when they have a whole load in their back room to break down. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. You're going to tell me you need one piece of this, and I need to go through this in 20 minutes or less and find it for you. Don't you think that's a little pushy? Borderline harassment? Yo, if you're coming over from TikTok, I appreciate you. Stay tuned. Get into the story, engage, and hit that like button. All right, let's get into it. Coming up next, I'm giving y'all the story about the supermarket killer. Yeah, y'all heard me. The supermarket killer. All right, y'all. Now, this guy was different. Let's call him Charlie. And we was friends at a time. I haven't seen Charlie since, I guess, maybe 08, 09. That's around the time that this happened, the story I'm telling y'all. Excuse me. So, let's say I can't use his real name or the establishment he worked for. So, let's say his name is Charlie and he worked in the deli full time. Now, I know a lot of y'all probably thinking, how hard could it be to slice meat? Well, have any of y'all ever seen that movie where the boxer, he had to get a job and he just didn't like it? He got so pissed off that he shoved his whole hand into the slicer until he starts screaming like, ah! That was out of frustration from the customers barking those crazy orders at him all day. Because I'm going to tell you one thing, people, before if somebody tells me they want something shaved or thinner, yeah, nah, we're not doing all that. You're going to get this a safe cut. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get your deli meat sliced safely without me shaving my fingers off, trying to shave it down for you. Anyway, just my thoughts. Now, in the supermarket that Charlie worked at, they had an online ordering system that took preference over everything else, no matter what. It's kind of like, I guess you could say it was like Instacart is right now, but the store do it for you. You order they shop, you pick it up. But the crazy thing is, when I say it took preference, from what Charlie used to say, it was so annoying because he could be working on one job in the middle of doing one thing, and somebody walk up and say, I need one of these right now. And he has a clock on him, starting at that time, 20 minutes to find it or out of stock it. And if you out of stock it, now you got to answer a whole bunch of questions. You got to answer the same question 3 times why it was out of stock. Now, one day Charlie was doing his job as usual, packing out. He got a routine. He don't like to be messed with. He hates when people mess with him during his routine. He pack out the bacon, then he pack out the hot dogs, then he'll move on over, and start packing out the next section. So, in the middle of this, one of the cashiers come on over and they say, hey, listen, I need this. And they show him what they need. He's like, all right, you're going to have to give me a few minutes. I got to go in the back and find it. Da 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 da. I don't know how long it's going to take me. Can you come back? And they're like, all right, sure. So he does what he says. He goes back there. He finds it. It only takes him about 15 minutes, let's say. He calls them even. They don't come back. He calls them. Hey, you want to come back and get this? I found it for you. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. This will happen about 3, maybe 4 more times during the shift. Then, y'all, right before he was about to go take his 15-minute break, the store manager came over to him and said, I need this item right here. And he looked at it right away and he said, this is out of stock. This item is discontinued and we don't carry it no more. I've been trying to order it. It's not coming in. How many times do I got to keep explaining that? Excuse me, y'all. And she said, okay, all right, fine. It's out of stock, fine. Fast forward to the next day, y'all. Next day comes, same routine. Now, today, he's still packing out. More cashiers come, same exact routine. But now, one of the assistant managers come over to him toward the evening time with the same item. And he looks at it, and he says, how many times do I gotta say we can't get this item? Now Charlie's getting annoyed. Charlie, his blood vessels are boiling. He can't stand whoever is ordering this item. And he said, is somebody playing a joke on me? And they know this item ain't available. Why they keep ordering it? Who is this? Now, this is one thing that probably should have been kept under wraps a little tighter. Charlie had access to addresses and names. If you ordered something on that system, he could go over there to that office where the computer was, and he could see your name and address if you order something. Yeah, I bet you ain't know that. Let alone that, there's a big old camera in that office. When you come to pick your groceries up in that parking spot, he could see you if he's right there watching that camera. He can see what you look like. He can see what you're driving. All that. So, assistant manager backed off. Said, hey, listen, dude. Hey, I'm just doing my job. It says this is what they was looking for. I'm just asking if we got it. Now, the reason why the customer is ordering it is because the company that he works for still hasn't taken it down off of their website. Now, Charlie don't care about none of that at this point. At this point, he still believes this customer is doing this because they know he's getting sweated about it. Now, there ain't nothing Charlie could do. He can't make it magically appear. You know, this ain't Lucky Charms. So, he decides, alright, if this person orders this thing one more time, and I find out it's the same exact person, I'm going to have to do something to him. And from what I'm told, Charlie told a couple of people, a couple of employees, what he was going to do. He told somebody in the meat department. He told somebody in the produce department. He told a few people on the front end. But they all took it like a joke. They all thought he was just bullshitting. Yo, Charlie crazy. Charlie talking that shit again, y'all. Yo, you heard what he said? He said he gonna find out who keep ordering the same shit, and he gonna do something bad to him. Everybody laughing. Now, when Charlie walk in the break room, everybody get quiet. Charlie like, what I miss? What's the joke? What's going on? And like, nah, something that came on TV and shit. Nah, it was something stupid. Like, all right. So as Charlie's going back onto the elevator to go downstairs and go back to work, somebody, once he walked in the elevator, somebody was like, "You ain't gonna do shit, Charlie." And Charlie, he just laughed to himself like a quick chuckle. Went on back about his business. Here it is, about 20 minutes before the end of his shift, y'all. And lo and behold, what will happen? The store manager came back again, which made him even more pissed off because he done told her already. He done told her he don't have it. He can't get it. Please stop asking me about this. Now it's starting to become harassment. And Charlie on the verge of calling his union rep and telling him, like, listen, they starting to harass me. They got me doing a job that I ain't signed up to do. This can't be right. It gotta be something legally that we can do about this. And she said, "Do you have this item? Charlie, do you have this item?" He looked at her. He smacked the clipboard out of her hand with the sheet that was holding all the items, telling you what you need. He said, "If I gotta tell you one more time, you're gonna end up just like the person that keep ordering it is." And she looked at him like, "Are you serious? You better back up. You're looking at a suspension, buddy, pending termination." And Charlie backed up. He took his cap off. He threw his apron on the floor and said, "Don't worry about it. I quit. I'm done with this shit." And Charlie walked on out. Sorry. Mind you now, Charlie already had all the info he needed, y'all. He already knew where the person lived. He knew where they worked. He knew what they drove. Everything. And he knew exactly what time they was coming to pick up their groceries today. Or that day. 8:45 p.m., y'all. Let's call her Miss Parker would be pulling in to pick up her groceries. And she was going to park in one of those spots available. Now, all Charlie had to do was bribe one of the cashiers. He went over and took his break right around that time. And as the cashier walked out with that cart full of groceries and bags, here go Charlie. Here, man, take this and go ahead and get yourself something from Dunkin' Donuts. I got this. And if anybody asks, you ain't see nothing. He slid homeboy a $20 bill. You think he thought twice about that? You don't even want to know what these guys getting paid an hour, at least back then. So Charlie take the groceries. He head on over to the car, and Miss Parker has no idea the animosity that Charlie has gained for her. Now, she unlocked her doors, popped the trunk, but all her doors are open. He started putting the groceries in the trunk. And then he says, "Hey, I think you got a flat tire back here." She's like, "Huh? I just got here. I drove here." "I don't know, man, but it looked flat. It looked flat to me. The back tire back here. Come look." Now, Miss Parker get out her car. She walk around the car, and slowly she bends down. She bends down and look toward the tire. He's like, "You gotta look over here in the side. It's going down a little. You gotta look a little closer." Soon as she bent down, y'all, he kind of kicked her. Boom! Right in the chest. And she gasped and coughed. He grabbed her real quick and he tossed her in the trunk with the groceries. Closed it. And she screaming and hitting the trunk. "Let me out, let me out." He hopped in that car, y'all. He drove off. Now, Charlie been scoping her out. I told y'all he had her address, he had her job location, all that. He knew she was single, and it wasn't nobody at her house. So he went right back to her house, same neighborhood that car is normally located in, and he parked it right in her driveway. Nobody second guessed it. And he made sure he opened the garage, backed it on up in there, closed the door, pulled her out, and, well, I can't say exactly what happened in that house. Not exactly, y'all. I mean, we know what happened in that house, but this is what I will say. The next morning, that supermarket, when the manager walked in to open the door, she found a bag in the front of the sliding doors with a bow tie on it, like one of them joints for Christmas time or something, big red bow tie, and a note attached to it, a big note that says, "This is just for you, boss. You don't have to worry about that item anymore." And it was just soaked in, red stuff. The paper, the bag was sticky, and so she called the cops immediately. Didn't even open the store. Got on her cell phone, called the cops immediately. Cops showed up in like less than 7 minutes. This is a white area, y'all, for sure. When the cops opened that bag, they backed up. They opened the bag and it was slippery. It slid and fell. A human head rolled out of that bag, y'all. Hit one of the cops right on the tip of their toe, or their shoe. And he said, got on his radio right away. "I need backup down here. I need backup. I need investigators. I need everything. I need the crime unit, the fingerprints, all that shit." Inside of that bag was Miss Parker's whole body, chopped in pieces, y'all. Pieces. Bones broken, so that every piece fit in that bag. Every piece, every part, everything. Yeah, y'all. Needless to say, they caught Charlie's ass. He was on camera. That same camera that she was parked in front of when she picked up her groceries caught him tossing her in the trunk. That was evidence enough right there. Nobody had to see what happened in the house. The bag plus the video, that was enough to get Charlie a life sentence. And I only spoke to him once when he first went in there. And that was only when he went into the county. I don't know how the rest of his bid was, but Charlie wasn't a pushover. He probably was holding his own, and God bless him. But anyway, y'all, that was the story of the supermarket killer. And listen, y'all, when y'all doing y'all grocery shopping, be mindful. Be very mindful of the employee working in that aisle that's packing that shelf out, that's filling it up for you. Try and be a little respectful, because you don't know if the next Charlie is in your neighborhood. Alright, y'all. It's your boy JS Corner, and I'm going to get on up out of here with that. Peace out.